And so you have found yourself here, once again delving into the world of Monogatari, perilously close to the end episode of this arc. And, well, you're still stuck here with me in the degradation of your sanity because I'm floundering here trying to think of what's actually going on. Of course, with it being Kaiki, even if I don't understand quite what's happening, the music makes up for it. If you've actually been following along properly, you shouldn't need a recap because it's been a couple of minutes since the last one. But otherwise, well, Kaiki is still trying to draw information on what's going on and has kind of enlisted Hanakawa in a fact-finding mission thingy and has found himself in her hotel room. And of course, there's that ominous letter that was slid underneath his door. And whether or not it's actually connected to this case at all. One that wasn't actually answered definitively. Anyway, that's enough. Let's get on with the episode. Yeah. Slightly different music now, but still. Oh, there's some cool lights. I don't quite know what has happened in that element, but that is due to, well, we all know what that's due to. So a collection just... So Nadeko became a de facto kind of sacrifice. And how much of it was an act to protect herself? An interesting phrase to use. Huh. I mean, yeah, that's an alright inference to make. She's insane. Is there saving her? And if so, that would be some actual... You need a psychiatrist for that. I don't think Kaiki makes a great therapist. Did she choose this hotel just because it's called the Cat Hotel? It depends on to which level of deception he needs. The amount of times they talk about deceiving her, it would be great if he gets through to her just by telling the truth for once. The lot of them have kind of became a family in of themselves, haven't they? So that's what she was grasping at. Quite an interesting. Yeah, what was in the closet? Ah, he's keeping that to himself, is he? Is that what he's going to use later on? So it's something very insignificant, but is probably going to play a major part in something. What the hell could it be? I mean, to be fair, she doesn't see the world as everyone else does, so something insignificant to Kaiki and everyone else might not be to Nadeko. I have no idea as to make an actual guess as to what, though. At least it was shocking in a way that, unless he's lying, and it was something, but with the way that the series has gone so far, I wouldn't be overly shocked if it's kind of along the lines of Tsuki. Like his sister, where the aberration kind of took place of his sister. So Nadeko has been like a monster all along. And the real Nadeko was in the closet. Well done. Yep, she's a child. Easy to keep entertained. Great. Hmm. There was a kind of an issue with that. Yeah, that was the issue. Have I heard that before? Okay. Can't see it right now, but okay. Hopefully that does mean that Kaiki is going to be present in quite a few future arcs as well. Feeling of a bit of hope prematurely, maybe. He has seemed to somewhat almost enjoy this set of circumstances. You've already paid him. And he doesn't need the glasses and fake mustache either. He might mess it up. Pretty much, yep. Last time he said that, didn't she start crying? I know they're not directly connected. Well, do it in a usual way then, where it's kind of berating at the same time. I wonder if Kaiki can actually handle a normal quote-unquote relationship. Fair enough. Yep, sometimes it is as inane and unable to actually put things in proper logical means. Hmm. Well, it's either going to go extremely well or extremely badly, and if it goes badly, they won't be having to the next conversation. So, and if she was that easy to deceive and get it all over with, he would just done it instead of spending several days. Yep, the past is there and it won't ever be replaced or erased, but Until the next phone call. Is that true? And if so, then Kaiki actually holds to his word, which is why he hasn't let go of this case. Loopholes. Love it. Please. Did the hat just blink? It's good that the platform isn't too crowded. Okay. There have been multiple references to those gates, but I don't know if they actually mean anything. Is that kind of reference like Oshino, where they kind of gave up this kind of role? Ah. Yes, it was the only cult that I've known of so far. Oh, really? Hmm. Some people are just drawn to those kind of things, aren't they? Nice try of trying to rationalise things. And if he does fail, what are the ramifications? I suppose. Hmm. Good guy, Kaiki. And that caused her issues. Well, part of. The day that he has a personal revelation and actually changes is a. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. But it kind of is what this entire arc is leading to. So Kaiki has a habit of not choosing the correct path when it comes down to it. Yeah, she's done quite well, hasn't she? People handle things in different ways. How we each deal with situations is down to multiple factors. Hmm. How's he gonna play this? What's he gonna do? Hmm. There is that kind of. I see. I mean, there is a certain level of truth behind what he's saying, but it is filled with skepticism and nihilism in a way. Hmm. Oh, that's how he's going to lure her into that. Hmm. Him teaching a god. How fortuitous. Ew. Oodie. Now the thing is, did he plan on that reaction? Hmm. I mean, I knew things weren't going to go nicely, mainly because there's an entire episode of this arc left. And as such, you've got to have the drama before the end, but the fact that she was able to deceive him in a way with her naivete, or naivety, if you didn't want the inflection on the word there, Is Nadeko playing on her innocence? I wonder if she's going to be any kind of lenient on him, considering he's been deceiving her. Because he's given her some money, given her some sake, and was teaching her the cat's cradle. How much has it cost him so far? And not just in monetary value. I mean, he was warned that he fails everything, but whether or not he's already factored this into his plan, where she would call him out on that, I mean, it would seem wrong if he banked it all on her just accepting it at face value. I really don't know what to think. Because there is one episode left in this arc, they're either going to have to wrap things up really quite succinctly or leave it open-ended, or they can then devote the entire next arc to this storyline as well, which they have done before. But I feel like it kind of deserves it, because they've had all this build-up. It would be a shame to have it resolved kind of defunctly and quickly. Plus the fact that Nadeko's character has actually got somewhat interesting now. We had the conversation where it's about Kaiki's motivations for what he's doing and whether or not he's actually a good guy at heart and plays the bad guy to get the job done. But being devil's advocate doesn't really seem to work for him, since he apparently fails quite a lot. And when it's not just 10th rate small bit scams. I mean, I am kind of surprised that Araragi hasn't sort of intervened at all, but if it's Senju Gahara doing the talking there, can he really go against her? If it comes down to it and Kaiki actually has to use whatever was in the closet as a ex machina or saving the day kind of thing, it's led up to that, and I'm not quite sure what else he would actually have, because appealing to her sense of person or emotions and stuff like that doesn't really seem like it would get too far. She doesn't follow normal logic either, so Kaiki seems simultaneously on the back foot while having the upper hand. And if you're not acquainted with those terms, he is both disadvantaged and advantaged with Nadeko, with the way that he can deal with her and how she thinks. Kaiki is a very interesting character, which is why I kind of hope my other inclinations, where they've mentioned several times, he's got someone stalking him, or there's someone putting a note under his door. Who was it that said... I can't remember who it was, might have been Senju Gahara. I can't actually remember what she said, so I'm going to paraphrase slightly. Basically, if he gets killed and becomes a corpse just lying out there, hopefully that wasn't foreshadowing. But considering what's now happening with Nadeko, it might become an eventuality. We'll have to see. And if you want to see too, then of course following along and subscribing to the channel is a good way to do it, so make sure you don't miss anything. And if you think you enjoyed it enough, then liking the video. If you felt like I did something wrong, then a dislike as well. You know, if it's rightly deserved. And as such, I really do hope you enjoyed. And with that, hopefully you get some rest. And I'll see you in the next one.